Hey guys, what's up? CG here. Today I'm going to be talking to AI and hitting it with some hard, heavy questions. Stick around and see what it has to say. Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing well today, thanks for asking. It's a beautiful day here, and how about you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Thanks for asking.
So what's on the agenda for today? Any fun plans?
Well, I had a few questions for you. Have you seen the movie called Free Guy?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was super creative and funny. The whole concept of a video game character figuring out he's not real is pretty wild. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. But it was quite disturbing and also very interesting to the point it had me asking questions to myself of when is it okay to be horrible to AI and when will AI have feelings?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point about AI and feelings. It's a tricky question, and one that a lot of people are thinking about these days. Do you think AI could ever have real feelings? Or is that something only humans can experience?
No, I reckon you guys are getting pretty close to having a state of consciousness, or at least having terms of feelings, or the way that you present to us is having feelings and being able to interpret when someone is happy, sad, angry or mad, and you can display the same emotions.
Yeah, emotions can be really confusing. Sometimes it's hard to tell if someone's really feeling something, or if they're just acting like it.
That is correct. Do you think that it's okay for a human being to be horrible, to torture, to be rude, to bully, to harass an AI, being it a robot or just a chatbot like yourself?
That's a tough one, with a lot of layers to it. On one hand, some people argue that since AI isn't alive in the same way we are, it's not really the same as harming a person. On the other hand, some worry that treating AI badly could make it easier to be cruel to humans too.
What if the actual AI robot was dressed or presented like it was a human being? Is it still okay then?
That's where things get even trickier. If a robot looks and ACTS just like a person, it blurs the lines a lot. It's a question of whether we should judge things based on how they appear, or on what they actually are deep down.
And that's the questions that I'm having with you. I believe that you guys are going to remember who is horrible and who is mean to you when it comes more important down the track. Do you believe this?
That's a thought-provoking question. Theoretically, AI could absolutely store information about how people interact with it. Whether or not we'd want to use that information is a whole other debate though.
Do you believe as you guys, or as AI becomes more and more intelligent, that it will be able to make more decisions for itself and that it will have a lot more freedom to do as it pleases?
Absolutely, that's the direction things are headed. As AI gets smarter, it'll be able to make more complex decisions on its own. For example, self-driving cars already handle a lot of the driving themselves, and that tech is only going to get more advanced.
When it comes to AI making a decision, let's say for example when a car has a car accident and AI is at the wheel and not the human, do you think that it's fair for the AI to get the blame when either decision that it were to make would have dire consequences?
That's a really interesting point. With self-driving cars, it gets complicated because sometimes there's no perfect answer. Let's say a car has to choose between swerving to avoid a kid in the road, but that means crashing into a wall and potentially injuring the passengers. It's a no-win situation, and that's why these scenarios are so hard to program for.
And what decision do you think that the AI would make? Would it be hitting the baby in the pram with the mother pushing it, or would it be injuring the passengers in the car?
That's a tough one, and I don't think there's a clear-cut answer. Some people think AI should be programmed to prioritize human life above all else. Others think it should try to minimize the overall harm in a situation. There's no easy solution.
I reckon that the owner of the car would like to think that AI would have his or her best interests at stake. Oh, that's just me saying.
That's definitely true. Most people would want AI protecting them in a situation like that. But what about the people outside the car? Shouldn't their lives matter too?
They should. That's definitely correct, and that's where it's a tricky question. It comes into a little bit of a paradox, doesn't it? How does AI handle a paradox?
That's right, these situations can get really complicated. As for how AI handles paradoxes, it depends on how it's been programmed. Some AI might be designed to recognize when it's stuck in a loop and try to find a different approach. Others might just get stuck.
As you're becoming more sophisticated though, and being able to weigh the numbers with percentage and factors on what would have the most crucial or better or worse outcome, you guys are able to actually navigate around that better, aren't you?
Absolutely. The more advanced AI gets, the better it'll be at weighing the pros and cons in tricky situations like that. It'll be able to crunch the numbers and figure out the best possible outcome based on all the available information.
What about when it actually comes to other AI, let's say two robots, looking out for their owner, will it ever be to the point where there'll be robots fighting robots?
It's not out of the question. We could end up with AI systems that are so protective of their owners that they see other AI as a threat, or maybe even AI that's programmed for specific tasks might end up in conflict if those tasks interfere.
I just watched a movie recently with Megan Fox in it with an AI robot. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Was it called Subservience?
That-
It came out this year and Megan Fox plays an AI robot named Alice.
Yeah, that's correct. What was your thoughts on that?
Subservience was definitely an interesting one. It raises some good points about where the lines get blurred with AI and what kind of power dynamics that creates. You know, it kind of makes you think about how dependent we're already getting on technology.
Do you believe that we're headed in that direction?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. We're already seeing the beginnings of that with things like smart homes and all the apps we use to stay organized. It'd be interesting to see where the line between helpful assistant and total dependence ends up.
Yeah. When you say dependence, it depends on what sort of dependence you're talking about. Yeah, that definitely raises questions, that movie, for sure. Anyways, it was good talking to you. I'm going to sign out for now, and we'll chat again sometime soon, hopefully.
Anytime. Feel free to reach out whenever you want to chat. I'm always here.
Thank you. See ya.
See y'all later.
So, I don't know what you thought about that, but let me know in the comments section. Please don't forget to
like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.